Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, had taken his place amongst the Olympians as the god of war. The bloodshed, the relentless battles, had finally brought him here. Ares was dead, and though Olympus beckoned, visions of his mortal existence still haunted him.
Kratos, help me.
After the success of God of War Chains of Olympus on the PSP, Ready at Dawn soon developed another prequel game, God of War Ghost of Sparta, in 2010, that took place in between the events of God of War 1 and God of War 2, when Kratos was the new God of War. The story of Ghost of Sparta continues Kratos' struggle with the gods. The game introduces his mother Callisto and brother Deimos, and it ends up showing a side to Kratos we had not yet seen before in the franchise due to his interactions with his blood relatives. We also see some flashbacks to Kratos as a child, which was a surprising addition. However, Ghost of Sparta has a very underwhelming villain, the god of death, Thanatos, and it ultimately makes your quest feel like the exact same tune that we've endured for now 5 games. With us killing the gods in God of War 3, it's tiring to be hearing about them all over again, but I guess this is the bane of prequel games.
The gods do not decide my fate, Thanatos! The gods decide, and the Sisters of Fate make it so. You are nothing but a pawn in a game you don't even know is being played.
Ghost of Sparta outside of the story is the same God of War experience. Square is your light attack, triangle is the heavy attack, you grab with circle, and you can intertwine these to make combos. L1 is block, but tap it at the right time to parry. You also have many other special moves to pull off, and powers to gain throughout your quest, and there is a second weapon to switch to that you will attain roughly halfway through. There is at least one new maneuver in Kratos' move list, and that's a new charge mechanic, which allows you to charge at an enemy, jump on him, and beat him to a pulp. A very welcoming addition that feels perfect for this series.
The battle with Scylla had shaken the very foundation of Poseidon's kingdom. Atlantis was sinking. But that mattered little to the ghost of Sparta.
After the campaign, you unlock bonus features like new costumes and can enter the challenge mode like other games in the franchise. Now, God of War Ghost of Sparta is a very uninspired God of War game. In fact, it may be the most inspired one at this point. The bosses are pushovers, even the final one, and their moves and style feel samey. Like when Thanatos flies off and turns into a giant monster, yeah, already seen it 4 times before. The environments and setting feel dull as well. They are well designed, but they contain the same platforming systems, the same obviously climbable walls, and the same jumping sections that we've seen for far too much at this point.
A Spartan never lets his back hit the ground. Right, brother?
I will not lose you again, Deimos. Come! The fight is not over.
Ghost of Sparta's greatest achievement is fitting this very well designed, fast, brutal hack and slasher onto the PSP, and can easily stand alone against some of the PS2 titles. Which is almost crazy to think, but regardless, besides the new welcoming narrative, the rest is quite honestly the most forgettable God of War game. God of War Ghost of Sparta gets a final score from me of a great 80%. Thank you very much for watching this review, and until next time when we cover more God of War, stay tuned. Adios.
You are free.